1940. Think fog, think gloom, think misery, and that's on a good day. This is a sad and lonely place, and here is a sad and lonely lady. This is Clara Copperfield, a widow. She lost her husband some time ago, and she's now very lonely. She does the least have her servant to keep her company. Peggotty, her cook and housekeeper, Peggotty's niece, Emily, a maid, and Daniel, her nephew, a simple general dog's body. And, oh yes, she has a son, David, the light of her life.
Good morning, Mother. How are you on this fine, gloomy, miserable morning in London town?
Not good, but I'm lonely.
Lonely? You cannot be lonely with us around. I'm your faithful cook and housekeeper.
And I'm your maid. And I do everything that's dirty and filthy and horrible.
But he does it with a smile on his face.
Yes, I did say simple, didn't I?
And you have me, Mother, your loving son.
You are not enough.
I can't help being an only child. It wasn't my fault Father was taken from us so early.
No, I need a companion, a gentleman companion. I put an ad in a newspaper. A lonely heart said, for my heart will not be more lonely. You don't mind if I go on a bit, because I'm not in this song. A fine, attractive young lady, tragically widowed, WLTM. That's would like to meet. Kind-hearted, cheerful gentleman with a view to marriage. Must like children. I've had a number of responses, and the most suitable gentleman is coming here today. So make yourselves look smart and get this place cleared up. That will be him. Let him in, Emily.
A gentleman and a lady.
You must be Mr. Murdstone.
I must be, and you must be Miss Copperfield, and Murdstone. Murdstone by name and Murdstone by nature. And this is Jane. She accompanies me everywhere. We are like brother and sister.
We are brother and sister. And who are these people? I'm Peggotty, the housekeeper.
Emily the maid. Daniel, I did the chimneys from the inside.
And this?
My son David.
Ah, little David. I see, Miss Copperfield, you like a gentleman who likes children. Well, I think we'll get on famously, young man, provided you remember your place, which may be in a cupboard or under the stairs. Yes, Mrs. Copperfield, I will agree to marry you. My sister Jane will take care of domestic arrangements.
I normally do that myself.
Oh no, the wife of Murdstone is above that sort of thing. Now you may help me settle in.
Excuse me, miss, but would you be a widow too?
Oh no.
It's just that I thought, what with you wearing black?
Doesn't everyone? Any other colour suggests frivolity, and we cannot have that. Besides, black is the new black, and doesn't every girl have a little black dress? I've 18 of them. None of them missed, of course.
That's a relief.
Did you speak, boy?
Clearing my throat no more.
Good. Now trot along and try to make a good impression on my brother. To be a widow, one would have had to marry, and I have not yet attracted the right man, or any man for that matter.
I'm sure it'll turn out.
I'm sure he will, but not today, for I need to help my brother settle in as the master of the house.
I'm sure you'll settle in fine. We're all one big happy family here.
I think not. You're all fired. Who needs staff of this size? It's a waste of money.
Is anybody in? It's only me. Oh, good morning. I didn't realise it was Halloween. I am Barkis. Barkis the coachman. Well, I'm more than a coachman now. I'm a businessman. Who runs coaches and horses.
Yes, I can smell the horses on you.
I can smell something on you too. Have you been hanging up in a cave somewhere?
Why are you here?
I am calling on Miss Peggotty. I am courting her.
And what a fine couple you would make, particularly when you settled a home together far away from here. I expect you to have your things and be out within the hour.
Now you be careful on that broomstick. It's a bit windy today. What's the matter with you lot?
We've all been sacked. We're homeless.
Oh no, you're not. You know why I'm here?
You're after Aunt Peggotty marrying you.
Box is willing. That's my catchphrase. It doesn't really make any sense, but everyone remembers it. Willing to marry you and take you into his own home, which is very comfortable indeed. For I'm not short of a few bob these days.
But what about Emily and Dan?
They'll come too. There's plenty of room.
And I accept your proposal. Now we have a wedding to arrange.
Now that's not a happy ever after, isn't it? 2 weddings sorted out and you've only been going 5 minutes. Who said it was all gloom and misery? Well, I did, and I'm still not betting against it.
Now then, David, I'm not a typical cruel stepfather. I'm not exactly going to like you, play with you, or pat you on the head. Well, I might pat you on the head, but it won't be a pat, and I won't use my hand. Do you understand? Well, you don't really have any choice.
Staff after leaving, they like to say goodbye.
Why are they leaving? We've been sacked. That's terrible, that is. It's unfair.
That's life. Off you go.
Don't worry about us, Master David. Bucks is willing. Now come on, a new life awaits.
Did I hear you say it was terrible and unfair?
I certainly heard him say that.
Well, it was.
Oh dear. You're not going to criticise us. You need to reflect on your insolence.
The dreadful child. Perfectly dreadful. My brother can handle him.
Ah! Ah!
Oh dear, Edward. Did you tell your friend in the cupboard while you were throwing him in?
No, he bit me. He bit me. I think I might need to see a doctor. I think I might to court something. I think we need to take further steps with him.
David, I haven't seen you for a while. Are you going on a sleepover?
We have arranged for David to go to school.
It's a fine school run by a friend of ours.
It will do the lad a world of good.
Why has he got a gown on?
He hopes to get into the school choir and he's saving his voice for the auditions.
Now, let us go to school. How wonderful it will be.
What a wonderful kind man Mr. Murdstone is. And dear Jane will make such a wonderful sister-in-law. And young David will just love going to school. Everybody does. But while they're away, I'll feel lonely again. Oh dear, I think I feel a tear coming on.
And so we enter the wonderful world of education. But this is Salem House School. So perhaps the words wonderful and education are out of place. Now, of course, every school has to have a head teacher, an intellectual powerhouse, a leader, a figurehead, admired and loved by pupils and parents alike. Salem House has been creaking instead.
Creakle by name, creakle by nature. Ah, school, the happiest days of your life. Well, they shouldn't be. School is where you learn order, discipline, and what it means to be really, deeply miserable. Here at Salem House, we encourage our pupils to make themselves. We encourage them to do everything for themselves. When the staff aren't there to do it, they're just a bunch of layabouts. But they're all qualified layabouts. One of them can even read. Yes, education is a wonderful thing. I misgets on myself sometimes. I don't really face rights, I believe, but always so keen to eat somewhere.
Good afternoon, Miss Creakle. Let me introduce you to our latest pupil.
David Copperfield, a charming boy.
Desperate to be educated.
I can see that. And just wish it's the right word for Salem House. Any questions, young man?
When's it home time?
This is a boarding school.
What about the weekends?
We do not have them.
Don't think about holidays either. You are to be a full-time pupil, and that means full-time. Good day to you.
Now, I expect you're feeling a little sad and lonely. That will never go away.
Where will I sleep?
Walk here.
But there aren't any beds.
You're only a new boy. You can't have everything. We call it character building. That's how we got an empire. We'll be conducting lessons in due course. In the meantime, make yourself comfortable. Who says teachers don't have a sense of humour?
Hello, hello. What do we have here?
It's a new boy. Does it have a name?
Copperfield, David Copperfield. Are you the school bullies?
No, we leave all the bullying to Miss Creakle.
Don't just love her. Don't answer that. There's no need.
We are senior pupils. Our job is to look after you. I'm Stiffle, head boy, good egg, and girl magnet.
Unfortunately for him, Salem House has no girls. I'm Tommy Shadows.
Stiffle and Trouse, your new best friends. Stiffle by name, Stiffle by nature.
And you're Traddles by name, Traddles by nature.
Spot on. I can see you've got a smart one here.
Right. I hope you aren't enjoying yourselves. We have an education to see to, and education is a serious business.
Does it have to be Miss Creakle?
You dare question me, boy?
He didn't mean it.
Well, I didn't know what he was saying.
I'll take your word for it. It's a good job for Copperfield that I would touch a flogger's out at the moment. The right lines you said, not many, just a couple thousand, nothing. Stolus est stolus facet. Stupid is as stupid does. Right, pop to it out. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll finish.
We're going to have to keep an eye on that one. He could get himself into trouble.
And so we move into David Copperfield's happiest day at Salem House. He has a really wonderful time. School days, of course, are the happiest days of one's life. Well, let's move on. And what's he like here? No, he is a joy and, oh, forget it. By now, he is quite good at Latin.
TL0, no possum. Mrs. Sapientum, fix S in ore.
I cannot hear you. I have a banana in my ear.
Correct. Your test is wrong.
Revia salta cum uniformibus valeribus est vita.
Life is too short to dance with ugly women.
Brilliant, that's one of my favourites.
All taking it so seriously. A classical education was a great benefit to a world. This will all come useful if you ever go to Rome.
Don't they speak Italian in Rome now?
You argue again. That's more lines. Perhaps in Greek.
Do you know any Greek?
You really are an aggravating sort, aren't you? Carry on, Latin now.
His education is about to be interrupted, but not quite in a good way.
Miss Murdstone is here on some news for you, Copperfield.
David, your mother's died. That's it.
Why didn't Mr. Murdstone come and tell me?
He thought it would sound better coming from me. He believed the school immediately. All your mother's money has gone to my brother's business, and we can't afford to be there. No, not even here. I shall meet you outside in 5 minutes. Who are these two?
Searforth and Travellers, they are my friends.
You? Friends? I don't really think so.
I think she liked me. You can tell.
Promise you to.
I will manage.
Without me to pick on Miss Creep will pick on you two even more, won't she?
Perhaps, but we have a plan. We're going to murder her.
Isn't murdering the head teacher against school rules?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know. I've never seen it written down.
We'll give it a training and then how it goes.
Well, good luck to you.
And good luck to you, young Copperfield. I'm sure we'll see each other again one day.
Miss Murdstone is waiting for you. Hurry up. Go. I'm sure you two have something to attend to.
I'm quite sure we do. What say you, Travellers?
Always careful. So now for David is not only an orphan but homeless too. Mr. Murdstone, his loving stepfather, and the delightful Jane don't want him living with them, do they? Well, as it happens, the Murdstones aren't all bad, just 99.99% of the time. Young David is given a job back in London.
Right then, Copperfield, you little worm. You are here to work in my fine factory, Murdstone and Grimby.
Where's Grimby?
You don't want to know, lad. I have 2 employees here, Mr. Micawber and Mr. Heap. Micawber, Heap! This is the fellow I spoke of.
Pleased to meet you, young David. Wilkins Micawber is the name. Micawber by name, Micawber by nature. I'll do all I can to make you feel welcome, especially if you want any horse racing tips.
So will I. You are right. I know what's what. Don't tell Mr. Murdstone, sir. Is there anything else I can do for you while I'm here? As you well know, I'm very humble and no task is too much trouble for me. Would you like me to polish the soles of your shoes?
Not at the moment, Heap, but I like your attitude.
There is a problem, sir. Perhaps I can lie down and perform a human stepping stone for you.
Too kind.
It's the least I can do. I'm so grateful to have a job. Humbly grateful.
See that, Copperfield? Live and learn. That man knows his place.
Where will I sleep?
It's all arranged, lad. You'll stay with me, free of charge.
And I will take the money directly from your meager wages. Micawber owes me money. Lots of it. Good day, Schwab.
Fine man he is. A king.
I don't think so.
Watch your mouth.
Leave him alone.
Oh, I don't hear me. I've got stuff to do. I've got the accounts to sort out. Mr. Murdstone likes to know how the profit's going in this place.
I thought that was my job.
It's best if you don't handle the money. There's too much temptation considering your situation. He has a poor track record, if you take my meaning. Now me, I'm so humble because I don't have a situation, and I reckon that being allowed to work here is a privilege. According to what I've been told, you start tomorrow. It's 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, with a holiday on the 29th of February, except on a leap year. Welcome for a real gent. A real gent.
So as you ride, he makes a welcome exit. David and the friendly Mr. Micawber make their way to Mr. Micawber's lodging house.
Not my fault. Bad luck, bad investments, bad horses. Very bad horses. Do you follow the sport of kings at all? It's my weakness. Horses are such fine animals, but not always reliable. Well, the ones I back aren't. I am in the deepest debt of anyone in the whole of deep debt land. My only asset is this modest lodging house. Mr. Murdstone owns most of this by now.
You poor man.
Don't worry about me. Something will always turn up. I can feel it in my bones. Something is about to turn up.
Well, nothing seems to be turning up, but Mr. McCormick stays cheerful.
Something will turn up. Mark my words. Things can only get better, David. You must always look on the bright side.
Well, I better see something does turn up, but not something you would want.
Micawber! Micawber! Where are you? Get out here!
He's busy.
Busy doing what? Waiting for something to turn up?
Ah, Mr. Murdstone. How nice of you to visit.
Don't waste your ridiculous niceness on me, Mr. Micawber.
No, don't try anything, Micawber.
I have been checking the factory's accounts. Money is missing. Someone has been on the fiddle.
You're in debt, Micawber, waiting for something to turn up. Perhaps you're helping it turn up?
Me? No. I'm a true gentleman. Honest as the day is long.
Don't believe him, Mr. Murdstone. He needs the money. He is in debt.
I know. He's in debt to me. Well, I'm calling in those debts. The rest of this ramshackle lodging house will cover some of it, but as for the rest, you are to go to prison. Debtor's prison. The constables are outside. Do step this way.
What's he looking at?
I'm not sure.
Mr. Murdstone owns this lodging house now. He wants you out. Out on the street so you belong. Seeing as you're even more humble than I am.
Weren't you the one looking after the factory's accounts?
I was. I was the one that noticed there had been some fiddling going on and reported it to Mr. Murdstone. As a loyal employee, you knew his place would.
You wouldn't dream of fiddling, would you?
Me, you are a heap on the fiddle. I'm shocked. I'm cut to the quick. What an accusation. No one will believe such a thing coming from you, David Copperfield, homeless orphan. Get you to sleeping under the stars.
So what will David do now? He's alone, he is homeless, he has no one. Or does he?
I have a distant aunt, Betsy Trotwood.
How distant is she?
She lives in Dover. I shall set out to walk there straight away.
Dover is 80 miles away.
Then I shall set out to walk to the coach stop.
Oh, Dover, I'm just smiles here. Can you see the seagulls wheeling overhead? This is a fine place to be, far better than smoky, gloomy London. We find ourselves at the cottage of Miss Betsy Trotwood.
Hello there. Betsy Trotwood's the name. Trotwood by name, Trotwood by nature. I'm so busy being cheerful that I don't have time to look after my house, and I've advertised in the newspaper for staff. Kind-hearted, generous, eccentric old lady requires cook, housekeeper, maid, and general dog's body immediately. Apply Miss Betsy Trotwood, Trotwood Cottage, Trotwood Lane, Dover. The most attractive employment opportunity for the right people.
And just then, something turns up. Oh, sorry, that's Mr. McCormick's line, isn't it? Just then, the right people do turn up.
We are definitely the right people for Miss Trotwood. I am Peggotty. Peggotty Marcus is a recently held the year. I've held a number of positions as cook in London town. This is my niece Emily, this is my nephew Daniel.
A simple but honest soul.
And who did you last work for in London town?
Who works for Mrs. Clara Copperfield?
Mrs. Clara Copperfield. We are distantly related.
She died.
Oh dear. What happened to her son, little David? He was in the care of both Mr. Murdstone and his sister. He's probably dead by now, too. And what brings you here?
Your ad in the paper. I'm Mrs. Copperfield, mentioned your name from time to time.
I am a widow. I married Barkis, the coachman, and wonderful he was. But he passed on, leaving me with a considerable few bob. Then that's not so much that I needed a new domestic position.
And London is so rough and dirty, so we decided to move down here.
To start a new life. Well, this is a fine place to start a new life. You are most welcome here. You can start now. Emily, you honour me. Be so kind as to answer the door.
Miss Trotwood, Peggotty, you'll never guess who it is.
No, we won't. Not unless you tell us. Who is it?
It's Master David.
My goodness It's me, Master David. You're not dead. Have you walked all the way from London?
I've walked all the way from the coach stop, but it has been uphill.
Well, you need feeding up, young David. Peggotty and Emily, get some food sorted out for our guests. And you, Daniel, well, try and look as if you're doing something useful.
So Dade is reunited with Peggotty and her family. He has a new seaside home with Miss Betsy Trotwood.
We shall be like one big happy family. And I've had an idea. I'm not keen on David as a name, so from now on I will call you Trotwood. Trotwood Copperfield, Trot for short. Why? I've never had a son of my own. If I have, I would have called him Trot. Apart from that, I'm completely mad. Completely mad but lovable. I wonder if that food's ready.
The big happy family is about to get even bigger. Come in, gentlemen, come in. Who shall I say it is?
We're two old school friends of David Copperfield. We said we'd see you again one day, and here we are.
My name is Tommy Traddles. Traddles my name, Traddles by nature.
And I, my dear, am James Stipple. Stipple by... No, it's silly. I am something of a smoothie, as you have no doubt realised, irresistible to women.
Isn't he handsome?
He thinks he is, and he manages to fool people into believing it, so watch out. Who is it, Emily?
Two friends of your Master Copperfield.
Trot, come here. I'm Miss Betsy Trotwood, the lady of the house.
What a lovely lady you are too.
Oh, I'm totally charmed.
See, Traddles, what did I tell you? Even works on all who would.
Steerforth, Traddles, what are you doing here?
We said we'd see you again one day, and here we are. Old school friends, all grown up and reunited.
Well, the more the merrier. We shall soon have a house full and have great company. Come on, Emily, we must tell your Aunt Peggotty that more food is needed.
And I look forward to seeing you again, my dear, very soon.
Just what are Traddles and Steerforth doing there? Fearful thoughts suddenly strikes David.
You're not on the run, are you?
On the run? Why would we be on the run?
You're planning to murder Miss Creakle.
Oh yes, so we were.
But do we look like the sort of people who murder any teacher?
Yes, you do, actually.
But do tell us we see a constance in the area.
Now, did someone mention food? Come, young Copperfield, I'm sure we have much to catch up on.
And so there is an even bigger happy family on the sunny Kentish coast. See air, seagulls, oh, we don't know that, haven't we? Well, let's move on. It can't last, can it? Let's move on a week or two.
Emily! Where is that girl? Steerforth. Excuse me, Peggotty. Have you seen my friend Steerforth? No, I haven't. Have you seen young Emily? No, I haven't seen her either.
I just found this note. I think it's from young Emily.
You really, Mr. Traddles, you went to school. I didn't go to school. I went to Salem House. It's not quite the same thing. Young Copperfield can read. He was always a bit of a swat. David? What's going on? I was having my afternoon nap. Emily has disappeared, but she left a note.
Dear everyone, sorry not to say goodbye in person, but I've fallen madly in love with Mr. James Steerforth. He's so dashing and handsome and totally irresistible. Well, that's what he thinks anyway. We've run away to a secret location called London. We're to be married, love M.
Madly in love? How sweet. No, it isn't. It's Steerforth. He's a cad. He has a string of girlfriends as long as a long piece of string. He's a bad and no mistake. I could tell as soon as I saw him. What are the dangerous ones most exciting? I'm speaking from memory, of course. Distant memory, unfortunately.
We must go to London to rescue my sister.
I'm with you. I always thought Steerforth was too smooth for his own good.
I'm coming too. There are a few people I would like to meet up with. All for one and one for all. If it's good enough for the three musketeers, it's good enough for us. Let us away straight away.
And so David, Daniel and Traddles set out for London. It will be a long walk, but there is no coach.
No coach?
It's Sunday, the coaches aren't running, so we should away in the morning for fresh. While Daniel and Traddles looked for Steerforth and Emily, David settles into a job. Mr. Barkis, you know, the winning one, who married Peggotty, and they conveniently died leaving her a bucket full of money, had a friend in London who runs a business. Peggotty writes him a letter, and hey presto, David has a job in the office of Mr. Joshua Whitfield, a very fine fellow indeed. Whitfield by name, Whitfield by nature. No, it doesn't make any sense, does it?
And you're right in that some of my business is expanding. I need more staff such as you. Indeed, I've recently taken on a new clerk and office manager who I believe is acquainted with you.
joking. Well, I was. I tried to tell them it was all a misunderstanding, but they wouldn't have it. As I could not settle my debts, I was charged with fraud. 6 years ago. 6 years.
How long were you inside?
3 weeks. They threw me out. They said I was too cheerful. Prison is not the place for a cheery soul like me. Prisons are dark and miserable. I was driving them mad. I kept telling people that we could always turn up. It didn't really work on people who were about to be hanged, of course. But I told you something would turn up, and it did. Me.
I'm a great believer in charity in Copperfield. I'm prepared to allow the Corbett to put his past behind him. I can see that he has turned over a new leaf.
Won't let you down, Mr. Whitfield. You can count on me.
Who else have you taken away?
An office clerk, he hasn't arrived yet, but I have a letter of reference here from Mr. Murdstone. He recommends this chap very highly. I think he's here now.
You're right, Heath. Come here yourselves, Mr. Whitfield. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm not worthy to shake such a gentleman's hand.
Then don't do it again.
I'll not presume. Would you care for me to start up straight away? Anything at all. The more lowly the better. Then you can see how loyal I am. Would you like me to speak about your cellar?
I don't have a cellar.
I can take you one.
Not now, but thank you for the offer. What do you think of Mr. Heath?
It rhymes with creep.
It's very humble. How do you know? Oh, if it isn't young Copperfield, the homeless orphan, and McCorban the thief.
Now, that is all in the past. Let bygones be bygones. As you all appear to know each other, you should be able to work together very well. Now I have things to do. Carry on.
I'll go with you, Mr. Whitfield, in case you hear anything trivial doing. Your will is my will.
Is it really? Very well, but don't get too close.
Whatever happened to Mr. and Miss Murdstone?
All that money I was supposed to have stolen stayed stolen. And more went missing too. Murdstone's factory went broke. That's why Heap the Creep needs a job. Don't let him spoil things for us. Come on, David. Let's see what's turned up.
Well, you might be wondering who this is. Well, this is Miss Agnes Whitfield, daughter of Mr. Whitfield. In fact, the apple of his eye. Being admitted she's unmarried, well, she's at the moment.
You know, Agnes, you'd make a wonderful wife for someone, but it would have to be the right chap.
Yes, it would, so don't try and mix me up with anyone.
Excuse me, I couldn't help overhearing, but you know I'm a very suitable gentleman.
What year is it?
Good gracious, no. I'm far too humble for you. This is a former employer.
It wouldn't be this Mr. Murdstone.
Very one. A very eligible gentleman. I've taken the liberty of inviting him here to court Miss Whitfield.
It is a liberty.
Give him a chance.
That'll be him now. I'll go and let him in.
Smile your sweet smile, Agnes. Smile your sweet smile.
You have done well, Heath.
I try my best. I'm so very humbly grateful for your letter getting me a job here. You have a heart of gold.
Don't get too carried away with it. One of the reasons why I want you to have a job here is so I can be beside Miss Whitfield. Now slither off and don't crack my slide. Good afternoon, Miss Whitfield. I am Edward Murdstone, bachelor of this parish.
Murdstone by name, Murdstone by nature.
Oh, so you've heard of me. Well, I'm looking for a wife, and I'm greatly attracted to you.
One of my friends in the future, Mr. Murdstone.
Why for not? Do you not like older men?
I have no problem with older men. My father's an older man. I like him. He is lovely. You, on the other hand, appear rather obnoxious, vile, repulsive, loathsome, and entirely horrid.
Apart from that,
Deeply scribble, pleasant, disgusting, and just awful.
don't even attempt to spare my feelings, Miss Whitfield. The very hint of rejection moves me deep.
Rubbish.
You're warm to my magnetic charisma.
I look forward to it.
I shall return. Mark my words. I shall return. See, I have returned. And this time accompanied by my sister Jane.
I have not warned for a terror tears is about to want it, and I cannot see that includes your sister.
It is not you who I wish to see, Miss Whitfield. It's your father who I wish to see.
It is, that's who he wants to see. He does, that's what he wants. He wants to see your dad.
Thank you, Heath. I think she catches my drift.
Okay, for you.
The sound of Mr. Murdstone's sweet tones attracts some old friends.
Well, well, well. Look who it is.
It's always a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Murdstone. As wholesome and friendly chap I have ever met. What say you, David?
I can see why they threw you out of prison.
It doesn't do to bear grudges, David. It doesn't do to bear grudges.
Mr. Murdstone, I'm not sure that my daughter has yet warmed to your charms.
I've got a proposition for you. I'm a businessman, ex-factory owner, and I'm looking towards a new opportunity. I'm also looking towards a partnership between the two of us.
And do you have any money to put in this enterprise?
Well, no. In my last business, I was robbed by my own workers.
So ungrateful.
On the other hand, I'm humble and honest.
Well, I'm not looking for a business partner at the moment. And strangely enough, a degree of money seems to have gone missing from my factory's accounts too. I will not be doing anything until that is sorted out.
Well, look no further, Mr. W. Mr. McCorb here has filmed, doesn't he?
And I was never too sure about young Copperfield. He never treated myself or my dear sweet sister with the respect we were due, after all we did for him.
Such as what? We sent you to one of the best schools in the country. Oh, is that what it was? And how is my old headmistress, Miss Creakle, these days? She is recovering now. What is she recovering from? Well, someone kidnapped her one night and hung her by her feet from a tree. She was found after 3 or 4 days. As I said, she is recovering now.
It was never discovered who did it.
Shocking, quite shocking.
Sound dreadful.
Absolutely. I do hope that hanging school teachers fund trees doesn't catch on. It would be awful.
And how does the rent repay our generosity, indeed yours, by stealing from the very hands that have fed it?
Very good, Edward. Very well put.
Don't believe him, Father. David is a gentleman.
Well, until that matter is resolved, everyone is a suspect. I'm afraid I must ask you both to leave.
And so with heavy hearts, David and McCall leave, and Angus is upset.
We're still here.
Keep on seeing Mr. Whitfield's money, Mr. Murdstone.
Shh. Yes, and pass the money to me. By the time Whitfield's business is ruined, I've enough to buy him out for peanuts.
Want me to steal peanuts then?
He may insist I marry his daughter so she doesn't end up in the poorhouse. Go to it, Eve. Go to it.
David and McCall need to prove their innocence. They need some inside help.
What are you doing?
I'm writing a note to Miss Whitfield.
Oh, how romantic! I knew there was something going on there.
It's not that kind of note. You will deliver it.
We've been thrown out.
You return to the factory on pretence of having forgotten your hat. Your other hat, your scarf or gloves, your copy of the racing post, for example.
I will never forget that. It is my Bible. Do I have to?
Yes, you do, because nothing else is going to turn up.
What about you?
I have something else to attend to in these parts. Off you go. Now, Threadneedle Street, it can't be far away.
With Mr. McCall busy delivering the note to Angus Whitfield, David attends some other business before finding Daniel and Traddles in the hut of a little unnamed stable in the mean streets of London.
You know she's in trouble. She sent a letter to Aunt Heggerty. That's Deerfield, the doctor. She's out on the street somewhere around here.
Ah!
Did you hear something then? No.
Ah!
There it goes again.
Help! Help!
It's coming from over there. I'll go and look. Are you alright, Em? Or is that a stupid question?
It is, but you're my brother, so it's allowed. I'm cold and tired and hungry. He just left me once we got to London. He got bored of me.
Well, you don't need to worry now. We're here. We'll look after you. If I ever see that Deerfield again, well, I don't know what I'll do.
That's a shame because here I am.
What do we do now? Do you have a plan? No. Where's Copperfield? He's the man for plans.
Here I am, and just in time by the look of it.
But do hurry up. I've a lady with me. Well, several ladies actually. It's hard work being totally irresistible.
You, Mrs. Deerfield. You are, what is he?
He's a bounder.
You're a bounder.
And a cad.
And a cat.
And I'm going to punch you in the nose.
And steady on. You'll be alright.
I doubt it, but go ahead.
I'm not sure this is a good idea.
You can chicken out. I won't think less of you, but I want you. I boxed at school.
You don't appear to be doing much boxing, Steerforth.
I don't want to damage him.
I've seen Steerforth box at school. He usually runs around the room trying to get away from his opponents. In fact, he once jumped out of the room and out of the building. That's all for show. He's useless, really. Well, now that changes things.
Well, it's been lovely meeting you all again. Mustache, things to do people see when you're through. Good day to you.
He's not very good at running either.
Right.
I've seen Steerforth run too. I give him 10 seconds.
Ow! Oh, dearie me!
All sorted out.
We had a frank exchange of views and a brief discussion, very brief it was. I hope you fall for someone better next time, Emily. I already have. I preferred you to Steerforth as soon as I saw you.
Why did you go for him?
Because he had charm and good looks, but they aren't everything. Come on, Dan, I'm hungry. Let's go get something to eat, then we'll go back to Dover. I quite like the idea of being managed by turtles, even if it's a silly name.
My Aunt Betty will probably start calling you Trot after a while. It happens.
You know, I don't think I'm ready for marriage.
I don't think anyone ever is. That's why I'm waiting for the right woman to come along. Could be a long break. Well, good luck to you. By the way, was it you and Steerforth who hung Miss Creakle from her feet by a tree?
No, if it had been us, we would have hung her by neck. I had a little bit.
No, I too have things to do and people to see.
And so it is all happy ever after. Well, it is for Emily, and eventually she'll persuade Tommy Tunnels that he's happy too. They make a new life themselves, and Dan will be happy too, as soon as his fist gets better. And David, well, we'll see about him. Meanwhile, back at Mr. Whitfield's office.
I cannot understand it, Agnes. Even with your Copperfield and Micawber out the way, Many still seems to be going missing from my business.
Really? How odd?
Sorry to humbly interrupt you, Mr. and Miss Whitfield, but Mr. Edward Murdstone is here again with his fragrant sister, Mr. Jane Murdstone.
That's all I need.
Go away.
Take a moment to think about it, my dear.
Go away.
I worried about your accounts, Mr. Whitfield. It strikes me you need a business partner to bail you out.
Yes, the damage done by the scandals for Copper and Copperfield cannot easily be repaired, even though they are long gone. That was how it was with us.
Good job you got me. I'm humbly able to work with a pair of you.
I'd rather end in the poorhouse and set up a business with you.
You may get your wish. It won't be long before we let us buy you out, much less in house as partners.
Bye-bye, Brighton. Make them go away.
Get back, you two. You have no need to be afraid, Agnes.
Copperfield and Micawber. Well, they always say criminals return to the scene of their crimes.
And it just so happens we have all the constables with us. They're outside.
Why have you brought them?
To investigate this matter on behalf of you, Miss Whitfield, we thought it might be a bit beyond you.
I assure you, Mr. Murdstone, that is quite unnecessary.
But now that they're here, they can apprehend these nerve bells.
I don't think so. David McCormick is very clever, and they've actually looked into the matter.
Just as they looked into your safe.
Miss Whitfield told me money is gone from here, even though we've not been here. Didn't money go missing from your business when Mr. McCormick was in prison and I was no longer your employee?
Now you come to mention it. Yes.
He told us there was some scheme Micawber was running from inside the jail.
Micawber is obviously not as stupid as he looks.
Do you remember Mr. Marcus?
That awful coachman, he married the cook. What was her name? Peggotty. He made some money, but he was not of our class. I believe he died.
Oh, he did, and he kept the money that it made in the bank that you used. When I met up with Peggotty again, she asked me to keep an eye on it for her. I've become very friendly with the bank manager. Do you know what he says?
I imagine you were going to tell me.
He says that no such scheme could be organised from inside a prison.
Oh!
He also tells me your account seems to be growing quite nicely. That is odd, as you don't appear to have any business at the moment.
Oh!
According to these accounts supplied by Miss Whitfield here, it seems that the money went missing on the days that both I and Mr. McCall were on our days off. You never gave us days off, Mr. Murdstone, so the thief would have to wait until both I and McCall were out of your employ, as neither I nor Mr. McCall could have stolen yours or Mr. Whitfield's money. We need to find someone who could, someone else who's worked for both of you.
And stolen from both of you.
He, you treacherous reptile! This was still for me! This was still for Whitfield! Oops!
I'll simply humbly following your orders, Mr. Murdstone. Bring him to his knees, you said. No one ever knows who's responsible.
Oops!
You see the constables in attendance?
They're at the front of the building.
Then I suggest you take your leave at the rear end of the building.
I shall. Too kind. Charmed, Miss Whitfield. Alas, 'tis not to be.
Not so fast.
What's that?
It's a document for you to sign handing over all your money. Mostly someone from Mr. Whitfield, and the rest of it someone from everyone else you come across.
Including my mother.
Mr. Whitfield here will take charge of it.
I'm not sure about that.
Just how how many constables are out there?
Okay. There!
Excellent. It has been a pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Murdstone.
What about me?
Nothing involving you, Heather.
You heap and crawl back under your rock. Do not even attempt to follow me.
Don't worry, I shall be leaving immediately. I'm not so hungry, so I want to live in a cell.
We'll go down and chat to the constables whilst you make yourself scarce.
Don't be here when we get back, either of
It
you.
wasn't anything to do with me.
That just depends on how the judge and jury looks at it, but that's your choice.
You know, sister, I think I should be looking for a new wife. One with money. I'll put an ad in the paper. Successful businessman, handsome, charming, debonair, with a winning personality. Anyway, I'll work on it.
Edward, why can't I put an egg for a change? Why can't I live in romance?
You? Romance? Oh my, oh my. Just look at you. Just who would have you? Just who would have you?
I am upset now, so I suppose I should be weeping. But that's emotion, isn't it? And I can't do emotion. He's right. Who would have me? Heavens, it's Mr. Staples, isn't it? Jane Murdstone, we met before, but only briefly at Salem House.
Yes, it's totally jammed.
Have you had an accident?
I walked into a door. It's nothing serious.
Or something you need some TLC?
What's that?
Tender loving hair.
I'm not familiar with the concept.
Oh, I'm sure you'll get used to it.
Well, actually, I walked into a door on account of a drink. I was as drunk as a skunk. I'm sure you wouldn't approve of a chap who drinks.
On the contrary, it is rather manly. Alcohol in moderation is quite acceptable. I myself am partial to a glass of sherry. Maybe you can buy me one somewhere.
Oh, I see the Murdstones top their heads.
Isn't that Miss Murdstone over there? And who is she with?
That's Mr. James Staples. I like to think he's round here to apologise for how he treated the girl Emily, but I doubt it.
Oh yes, it's the band you were telling me about. The one your friend Daniel punched.
That's the man. I thought he'd suffered enough, but they make a lovely couple, don't they?
Well, young Copperfield, you have certainly saved my bacon, and I have my money back. So you know what? I could probably afford to retire now. I'll pass the business over to Agnes. You can run it with her, David, as long as you don't start telling me how humble you are. And Micawber here can stay as long as he promises to stay away from the accounts.
Well, that's what I call something turning up. And no mistake.
I'm so grateful to you all. There must be some way I can reward you. What about you, Agnes?
Well, I have no wish to become a dry deaf old stiff and spitzer like Miss Murdstone. I've become very fond of David, so he has something to ask you.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
Well, so I'd like to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage.
Which hand?
Both of them and the rest of her, if that's all right.
I agree to that. You'll be Mrs. Copperfield.
Copperfield by name and Copperfield by nature. Or perhaps we'll leave that out.
Come along, Micawber. I think a celebratory drink is called for.
I quite agree. Tell me, Mr. Whitfield, have you ever considered buying a racehorse?
Don't they look sweet? Well, eventually it's the case that everyone lived happily ever after. Probably not with Staples, though, with Jane Murdstone in tow. And Mr. Murdstone will never be sure that the constables aren't after him. But these two look set fair, don't you think?
As Mr. Micawber says, something will always turn up. And she has.